Hey guys, what's up? Brancho Brown here, physical therapist and wellness coach. Get your fixed physical therapy, get your fixed nutrition, and I help athletes get to PRs in 8 to 12 weeks. So here's the deal. We're starting a new series today. I'm starting a new series today, not we. Talking about lessons I've learned through different experiences with my training. So different events, different injuries, different just situations I've been through that affected my training in a number of ways, and so, or performance in general. So wanted to talk about some of those different things with you guys, just kind of let you guys know that life, or just what goes through people's minds when they're competing, when they're training, and that sort of thing, and just how different things affect people. So today I wanted to talk about what I learned from Ragnar. So I did Ragnar Trail back in November. I did this on like a week and a half notice, I think, maybe 2 weeks, maybe. So it was pretty crazy, but I did it because I like to run, and it was a fun group, so I figured I would do it. I was kind of helping out a friend too, because they had someone bail last minute, so I hopped on the team. And it was a little crazy of a decision for me, for the factor of I went from 24 hours, actually I didn't even do 24 hours. I had to leave early in order to get to a continuing education course. So I literally was there. I ran at 1 o'clock, I ran at like 9 p.m. and then we moved up my leg. I took someone else's leg, so then I ran again at like 2 in the morning in order to actually leave by 6 a.m. to go to this course. So it was a little crazy. It was super fun though. So lessons I learned while I was doing this. One, I need my sleep. I can do short times on little sleep, and I definitely do function on little sleep. I actually was awesome while I was there. I was at my course on Saturday all day, and it wasn't until about 4 p.m. that I started to crash. So I'm actually doing really well. But one thing I thought was really cool with this is because I don't run a ton anymore. I still enjoy running, but just because of my schedule and my CrossFit training, I don't necessarily go for long runs anymore. But because of my CrossFit training, I still have this endurance. I still am able to maintain this consistent, steady pace over long periods of time. And that's the beauty of doing other things besides just running. A lot of endurance athletes, especially runners, tend to just run. That's all they do. A lot of runners don't, a lot of you guys don't necessarily spend time on strengthening. And once you start working on strength aspect and not focus on running constantly as your only method of training, it really does help. So with this Ragnar I ran, it was I think it was like a just over 4 miles, just over 5 miles, and just over 6 miles were the 3 legs. And I felt phenomenal on all of them. Almost all of them. I'll explain that in a second too. And it's just one of those things that my body is so used to just moving, competing. The endurance is there because of my CrossFit, because we do long workouts at times, because we do interval trainings at times, that I'm able to, up to 6-7 miles, I can just go. So, with that said, I also learned here that I hate traditional shoes. I knew I didn't like traditional running shoes, and this kind of confirmed it. My trail, because I had a week and a half notice, I did not have a chance to go actually get different shoes. So I wore, first time I ran, I wore a pair of trail shoes I've had for like 7 years and have not worn in the past 7 years. And my feet were, within a mile, my feet were painful, my calves were sore, just lots of not fun going on. Next run, I switched back into my barefoot shoes. I wore Vibram 5 Fingers, switched back into those, and felt phenomenal. So it was on a trail, it was pretty rocky, so my feet were definitely sore and bruised because of that afterwards, but I felt 100% better on those next 2 legs because I was in those shoes that let my feet work like they're used to working, like I train in all the time. And so I essentially threw out those shoes. I don't own them anymore. So I want to throw those 2 things out there for you, that if you are, if you're a runner, if you're an endurance athlete, definitely make sure you're doing some sort of strength training, some other type of training in order to maintain your fitness on a strength aspect as well as just the cardiovascular, because it definitely helps when you are going into these events. And also, I just really saw how much minimalist human shoes really do affect, or how much traditional shoes affect the feet in a negative way compared to minimalist shoes. So not that everyone has to transition to minimalist shoes. If you guys have known me or listened to me for any period of time, you know my feelings on that. You know my opinions on that, which is also backed by research. And I really highly encourage most people to transition to that. But for me, I really saw the difference in how my legs felt, how my body felt, even just my pace actually was faster in my normal barefoot shoes compared to the traditional shoes. So it's something to think about for you guys if you've been considering it. If you have any, it's definitely something to think about looking into. If you have any further questions on that, definitely post those on here. If you have any comments on it, I'd love to hear that as well. But I just want to throw out kind of a couple lessons I learned from Ragnar when I did that in November. I'm actually having another one in May, which I'm going to go get different shoes for. They're still going to be barefoot shoes, but they're going to be more trail version in order to protect my feet a little bit more. So pretty excited for that. And yeah, if you have any questions, definitely post those on here. And as usual, if you have any specific things for me, definitely reach out to me on Facebook Messenger. I'd be happy to have a conversation with you guys. So hope you're having an amazing Thursday, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.